questions from in class. These are released by the state. Some different examples. If we have time, we'll do them in class, but we may not. So there's just, the word problems are going to vary a little bit, but they all kind of have the same meaning. So we have some money budgeted, $300, to spend on new outfits. And so you're going to be figuring out how much they can spend. And if you budgeted amount of money, you don't want to go over your budget. So you're going to be writing something that's less than or equal to 300. So this is going to be an inequality. Okay, so they're going to ask you to break it down. Put as much detail as you can. There are not going to be very many questions. Put a lot of detail. So define the variables. We have pants, skirts, and blouses. So pants, P is pants. I'm going to call X skirts because S is not a good variable to use. B, blouses. And says sales tax in Indiana where she plans to purchase her outfits is 8%. So there is an overall sales tax going to be charged. So let's figure out everything that she's going to buy. So $25 for every pair of pants plus $32 for every skirt plus $28 for every blouse. And all of those things are going to be charged tax of 8%. And so we don't want to multiply by 0.08. We want to multiply by 1.08 because the 1 keeps our original amounts and then the 8% above that. So all of that has to be less than or equal to 300. Okay, so there is an inequality because we don't want to go over our amount. Okay, so then they go ahead and have you expand on that. She wants to purchase at least 3 pairs of pants, at least 2 skirts, and at least 5 blouses. Okay, so can she make her purchase and stay within her budget? So this is a kind of a way to think about this. You can do some plugging in and guessing and checking. At least means, so 3 or more pairs of pants. So if you think about it like this, pants, skirts, and blouses, we have to have at least 3 pairs of pants, that's the requirement, at least 2 skirts, and at least 5 blouses. And all of that gets charged tax of 8%. So whatever we get here in our total, our final answer is going to be times 1.08. Okay, so other things you can add to your information, you have the pants are 25, the skirts are 32, and the blouses are 28. So it's worthwhile. I'm not going to work through every combination, but it's worthwhile just to see, can we buy the minimum that we want to buy? So 3 times 25 plus 2 times 32 plus 5 times 28. So that's 279 multiplied by 1.08 to figure out tax. So that is 301.32. And she wants to, that's her bare minimum there. Okay? So can she make that purchase and stay within her budget? Well, just the clothes by itself is 279. If you didn't have to pay taxes, you could stay within that budget. And so again, how you decide to describe that is a little bit up to you. We'll put the PowerPoint answers up too as well. Okay? Zach has a basic cell phone plan that does not include texting. This is an outdated problem. He's going to add a multimedia texting package to his cell phone. 2 choices, A and B. Package A, 25 cents a text, no fees. So there's no constant. There's just a variable. So we're going to call T the variable for texting, minutes. So he gets charged in package A This is where the number of texts. So he gets charged, package A is 25 cents per multimedia text. Package B is 20 cents per multimedia text, but there's a $15 monthly fee. So essentially this rate is more expensive, but this one has a startup fee and then it's cheaper. And so at some point those two things are going to be equal, and they're going to ask you about that. So how many multimedia texts will we have to send each month for the two to be the same cost? Same means equal. So we want to know when A equals B. Well, A is 0.25 T. B is 0.20 T plus 15. And we're just setting them equal to each other and solving it. So if you don't like decimals, you can multiply everything by 100. Or you can just not be scared of decimals. So 25 cents minus 20 cents is 5 cents. And then 15 divided by 0.05 is 300. And so you could go back here and check and say, is 25 times 300, is that equal to 300 plus 15? So that's equal to 20 cents times 300 is 60. 60 plus 15 is 75. 25 cents times 300 is 75. So yeah, they're both equal. So the number of texts would be 300. And if you're just trying to solve it and you didn't know how to set up the equation, you could also make a list. Say, okay, with one text, A is going to cost me 25 cents. B is going to cost me 20 cents plus $15. With two texts, it's going to cost me 50 cents. And this is going to cost me 40 cents plus $15. And then you just keep adding, and you'll start to see a pattern. Eventually, you'll realize you don't want to go that far.